of his authority in recruitment of staff without approved budget, the recruitment frenzy. Whereas Article 10 of the Constitution on national values and principles of governance requires the observance of the rule of law, good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. Whereas Articles 73, 74, and 75 of the Constitution 2010 outline the responsibilities of state officers and the principles of public service, demanding objectivity, impartiality, and accountability. Whereas Article 201A, D, and E of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 states as follows. A, there shall be openness and accountability, including public participation in financial matters. D, public money shall be used in a prudent and responsible way. E, financial management shall be responsible and fiscal reporting shall be clear. Whereas Article 232(1) of the Constitution 2010 sets the values and principles of public service, requiring efficient use of resources, transparency and fair competition and merit. And whereas Section 107(2)(c) of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, PFM Act, require that the county government's expenditure on wages and benefits for its public officers shall not exceed a percentage of the county government's total revenue as prescribed by the county executive member for finance in regulations and approved by the county assembly. Whereas Section 8(1)(c) of the County Governments Act 2012, which provides for the role of the county assembly, including approve the budget and expenditure of the county government in accordance with Article 207 of the Constitution and the legislation contemplated in Article 2202 of the Constitution, guided by Articles 201 and 203 of the Constitution. 1. His Excellency Amos Nyaribo presided over and influenced the approval of recruitment of staff without an approved budget as demonstrated in County Executive Minutes MIN number 04/02/2021 of 26 February 2021 in his response to an inquiry from the Controller of Budget. This recruitment was approved by the County Executive with full knowledge that there was no budgetary provision. In the said response to issue number 4 in the question, the Governor alleged that in lieu of the budget, the recruitment was based on the savings made from various separations, which included but not limited to recruitment and resignations. 2. Despite a resolution of a county assembly to freeze new employments on account of lack of budgetary provision for any recruitment dated 1st July 2021, which freezing was never vacated by a resolution of the county assembly. 3. Further, in spite of an advisory from the Secretary of the County Public Service Board dated 29 July 2021 to the County Executive to put the impurged recruitment in abeyance, considering that there is no budgetary provision for any new recruitment. 4. His Excellency Amos Nyaribo has to date proceeded with a recruitment frenzy that has ballooned the county wage bill, making it unsustainable, irresponsible, and imprudent, contrary to the provisions of the Public Finance Management Act 2012. 5. The Governor's influence over the recruitment of hundreds of staff without budget, in defiance of EACC advisory and County Assembly resolutions for political expediency and personal gain, constitutes a clear abuse of office aimed at fiscal plunder and violation of constitutional values and principles of governance. 6. Since the year 2021, when His Excellency Amos Nyaribo assumed office as governor, he has influenced the recruitment of staff without budgetary provision and approval of the County Assembly of Nyamira, and particularly A, In February to April 2021, there was a recruitment of 49 officers. B, the recruitment of Deputy County Secretary, County Attorney, support staff, ward and county and sub-county administrators. C, on March 9, 2023, the County Public Service Board advertised for 358 vacancies. Despite lack of approved budget for recruitment, a recruitment freeze by the County Assembly, and disregard for EACC advisories. The recruitment, projected to add Kenyan shilling 325 million annually, proceeded without any budgetary allocation or approval. D, outstanding arrears to the tune of Kenyan shillings 60 million arising from unpaid salaries to healthcare workers for a period of 7 months. Allegation number 2, abuse of office by influencing the appointment of Godfrey Kiriago and Elmelda Nyaberi as Director of County Human Resource Management and Assistant Director Human Resource Management, Payroll Management, respectively. Whereas Article 179 of the Constitution designates the county governor as the chief executive of the county, whereas Article 232 1G of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 mandates fair competition and merit as the basis for appointments and right to equality and freedom from discrimination, whereas Articles 75, 76, and 77 of the Constitution govern the conduct and financial probity of state officers, whereas Section 30 of the County Government Act 2012 provides for the functions of the governor, whereas Section 45 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act of 2003 provides for protection of public property and revenue, whereas Section 46 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act of 2003 provides that a person who uses his office to improperly confer a benefit on himself or anyone else is guilty of an offense. 1. In a letter dated 18th January 2021, the County Secretary communicated the decision of the County Executive, an organ presided over by His Excellency Amos Nyaribo, to the County Public Service Board, seeking the secondment of 2 cherry-picked officers, Godfrey Kiriago Nyangao and Elmelda Nyaberi, to the positions of Director Human Resource and Payroll Management, respectively. In response, the chairperson of the County Public Service Board wrote back to the County Secretary demanding that the said offices ought to be vacant and that the process must follow the laid down procedures and legal provisions. 2, the governor influenced the transfer of substantive office holders to create room for the cherry-picked officers and caused irregular integration into the county payroll. 3, by initiating the non-competitive appointment and retention of the cherry-picked officers, the governor violated the principle of meritocracy and demonstrated a profound abuse of his office, leading to a direct and quantifiable loss of public funds since the 2 officers were hitherto substantively occupied. 4, the governor further influenced the appointment of Godfrey Kiriago to the position of Deputy County Secretary and influenced the renewal of Mrs. Elmelda Nyaberi's contract post her retirement date. Allegation number 3, abuse of office through personal enrichment from receipt of irregular salary arrears of Kenya shilling 5,649,706. Whereas Article 201A, D, and E of the Constitution of Kenya state as follows. B, there shall be openness and accountability, including public participation in financial matters. F, public money shall be used in a prudent and responsible way. G, financial management shall be responsible and fiscal reporting shall be clear. Whereas Article 234A of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 mandates the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, SRC, to set and regularly review the remuneration and benefits of all state officers. Whereas Section 97 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, PFM Act, requires public funds to be used in accordance with the law and for the purpose of which they were appropriated. Whereas Section 46 of the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act of 2003 provides that a person who uses his office to improperly confer a benefit on himself or anyone else is guilty of an offense. 1. In September 2021, through the facilitation of the two cherry-picked officers, Mr. Godfrey Kiriago, Director Human Resource, and Elmelda Nyaberi, Payroll Manager, the Governor conferred upon himself an irregular salary payment christened as arrears amounting to Kenyan shilling 5,649,706. It is apparent that there was no outstanding arrears due to the governor since his assumption to office, and neither was he owed any arrears as deputy governor. 2, the governor's self-authorized receipt of Kenya shilling 5,649,706 in salary arrears outside the Salaries and Remuneration Commission guidelines is a clear act of personal enrichment, abuse of office, and a direct violation of PFM Act. 3, the governor has publicly confessed that he received the above irregular payment. The people of Nyamira lost services and development programs to the tune of Kenya shillings 5.6 million on account of his abuse of office and or his actions. Number 4, the governor has formed a habit of conferring upon himself irregular benefits going by other incidences. For instance, in the year 2019, the governor caused to be paid a retrospective compensation of Kenya shilling 13 million in allowances for housing, bracket, a benefit, not an allowance, and made a double medical claim in form of ex gratia, despite full settlement of his medical bills by the defunct NHIF, all outside of SRC guidelines, which clearly demonstrate a pattern of personal enrichment, abuse of office, and direct violation of PFM Act.